Greetings fellow Imaginists, I'm the Naive Gamer and welcome back to Image Industries. This vlog is just going to be a bit of an update because, as you might have realized, I hit 4,000 views pretty recently. I mean, I haven't been able to do something just yet. And this isn't the 4,000 view video, this is just recognition of that. As you can see, I'm probably just quite dusty. You can see, yeah, well, just came back from working on my woodwork project. But I got a pretty awesome package today, which I've been waiting for. Part of my system upgrade to go towards my computer. So let's open that now quickly. I got, well, a new hard drive just because things were getting a bit full, but an M2 drive. So I'll put my operating system on that. I might have trouble installing that, but let's just open that. And then also a headphone amplifier by Sound Blaster. Okay, here is the box. Also just another hard drive. What is this? Something in here is not mine yet. No, this hard drive is for my sister's computer. Put it together. Boom! Look at it, look at it, look at it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I've got. I forgot I got this as well. Because it has an SD card reader, because when I copy my stuff off this camera, it takes ages because it's through the camera directly and not through the card. So this, and then also the fact I can use external hard drives with it. So yeah, I almost forgot. So this is my baby. This is the hard drive, the M2 drive. Let's open up this quickly. Here we go. Yes, it was, yeah, Intel 512 gig, beautiful. So I'll probably keep that just in the box for now. And this is just only the beginning of the video, which might be recorded over a few days, seeing as I'm sort of a slacker. I mean, in my defense, schedule is busy. But this baby I can set up now, before I reinstall my operating system on my computer and just test it out. And seeing as it actually has Toslink output or optical output, both in and outputs, I'm going to go in from my computer and then out to my headphones from there. But I bought a cable for that and it hasn't arrived yet. In the meantime, I can just use USB. But when that arrives, it's going to be extra sick. Okay, so here I go to open it. I'm using the tripod now. Before it was a bit unsteady, but I still wanted to rush to get it opened. Waiting for this for a good few days. Here it is. Ooh, would you look at that beauty. So now on this first lot of copying from my camera, I can use this SD card slot. It might seem like pointless just for that, but I think I will eventually use the hard drive slot point things. That actually reminds me, but I prefer to say it in this mode, just much cooler. Again, I keep on looking at the screen, but anyway. I had actually planned to do something for the 4,000, or not necessarily for the 4,000, but something special, and I guess it could fit quite well for the 4,000 views. I still have my Rocky Trip vlog. I actually have the full video, or 3 of the 4 videos ready to sort of be uploaded, but I want them all to be ready, just like I do with the gameplays. But I got this other, and then I still got Broken Age being recorded. That's going good, but I'm still gonna record, edit, then upload. But I'll just show you something here. I got some scrap computers that someone was throwing away that I knew, and they said if you want them, take them. So I'm gonna, for the 4,000 view special, I'm gonna try and make a gaming PC out of a scrap computer. Just stay tuned for that, but it also might be a while, but hopefully not too long. Okay, so now I'm going to try and get into my computer. But actually first, I think, seeing as I was working on my woodwork project, I might actually probably have taken up a lot of space on this SD card, which we just copy over now, can test that out, and then for the rest of this vlog, all the footage I need will have good space. Okay, got the baby itself, don't need that, got the cable. Yeah, hopefully it's long enough. If I put it, oh wow, it's actually, I do have an extender, but I don't have to use it for this. And I only plug it in when I need. And then power. So one thing before I forget to mention it probably later on is you would recall when I got these speakers, I think, well, that would have been one of the setup vlogs. But for a while, and especially in my most recent gameplay, Broken Age, well, let me just go back down again. I've been using them just as a headphone amplifier, plugging my headphones in, like just in-ear ones, going from my Skull Candies to these, and just so I have the volume control, so then I won't mess up the recording volume control from the computer, and I can control it externally. I mean, my wireless ones did have the switch on the side, but, you know, the battery operated, so it's like, I have to keep on charging, and it's getting a bit old, so it requires more charging. But now with my new amplifier, I can plug my Skull Candies back in, but then have another volume control instead of on the actual headset. So I think that would be convenient. I've been looking a bit for headphone amplifiers. I think, yeah, this one's pretty epic. Okay, now I should probably copy everything off the SD card. Okay, here it is, ready for action. Boom. Got power. Oh, for now I just use my USB extender cable. Plug that in there. Plug this in the back of this. There we go. Turn it on. Where are the lights? How do I know it's... Oh, that was data, not power. Here's power. Now for the lights, And now finally it's time to copy it over. So before we actually get into my computer, opening it up and putting the hard drive in, I'm just gonna open this baby and just see, maybe I can set this up so long. Because I'm gonna have my operating system on that hard drive, but I'm not sure exactly how to do that because I already have it active on another hard drive, so I'm not sure the product keys, if there's gonna be like a conflict. But yeah, so once I get that sorted, but I can just put it in the computer slot, which might be the trickier part, really. If the methods thing, why is it? Oh, there's another sticker. Okay, here we go. Oh, would you look at that? Beautiful. Discreet, simple, yet powerful. That's like a phone charger type. It's not exactly... Well, yeah, okay, that's that. Alright, so this will be optical in, because that's a Toslink to mini Toslink. So the mini Toslinks are here. I didn't even know that is what they were called until when I was looking at this. Okay, and then my other cable should be arriving soon. If it arrives before I actually finish with this video, I could add it in, otherwise it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's plug this in, see what happens. So instead of showing a shot from underneath the table, which is sort of pointless, I'll just plug it in here and then drop it down behind the back. There we go. And then just go underneath and plug it in. There we go. We have power. Ooh, do you see that? Lights up. Just so you can have a nice clear shot of the color. So in the actual X of X Blast, or no, Blaster X, some brand name, and there, lights up. So pretty sick. So now to plug in this cable, the Toslink or optical cable. Well, I just realized something a bit disappointing, I think. But this volume control controls PC volume. I didn't want that. Okay, so definitely amplifies it because my volume now. Oh, whoa. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, no, there we go. So, okay, it's optical works, not just the USB. So now it is on like 4. My PC's 100%. So, like, you probably could even hear this. Ready? I don't want to damage my headphones, but there we go. Hopefully I can actually edit it so it's not such high increments. I mean, I'd like to do some not accidentally, blasting sound to my head. And then once the other cable arrives, I can plug it into my other headphones. Yeah, pretty sick. So now there's just one thing actually left to do, and that is the hard drive. Man, these things, how amazing is that? Look at that size. So it's like just as long as my finger, and it's 512 gigabytes. Beautiful. I'm sort of a bit hesitant. The swapping over might be a bit longer, but for now, at least I can get it installed. Bit of a dust tray here, right underneath the power supply, so keeping that safe. Rather on here than in the power supply, that's for sure. So now the delicate work really begins. So you could screw it in, there's those little holes above it. Oh man, maybe I should actually take the graphics card out. Let us see. Okay, no, I'm definitely gonna need a screw. I think I have some though. Okay, so I have luckily found one. One thing I didn't only have had two of these little screws. The screwdriver I have is not magnetic. Let's hope this will work. Oh wait, I done goofed. Yeah, okay, it comes with these little spaces. I just realized. Let's see. I didn't realize there's spaces because it does pull it back at an angle. I mean, it's probably not necessary. I don't have to take it out now, but let's just see. Okay, I'm taking it out for a sec. Okay. Now I can put this in with a bit more ease. If I drop it down now, man, it's going to drop right underneath to where the power supply is. So I'm not going to tell myself that. Yeah, that's the drive. The tiny little thing holds double to this SSD right here. Out of the old, in with the new. Oh, we're not out of the old, I'm keeping it, of course. I mean, still my second fastest drive. Okay, so maybe even before I pack it up, I might just plug it in and even go to the BIOS and see if it's a recognizable drive, because if it's not, that might be something else. So hopefully one of the USBs I plugged in is actually my keyboard. No keyboard detected. Okay, so it's that one. The lights I don't think on my keyboard will come on until the computer booted up. Picking up 4 different drives. P3 with 250 gig. The other two are 2 terabytes. This one's not marked, but it says Intel. So that's my M2 drive. So at least it is there. It's probably not going to say anything if I select it. Let's just see. Okay, well, yeah, so nothing on the drive, but it's being read, so that's all that matters right now. What I just decided then is I'm going to shift the graphics card down a slot, because I have 3 PCI Express ports here. One at the bottom is a bit too low, like this hole that the power supply is in the way. But if I remove these guys, this should fit in the second lot. So I've had a bit of thought and I've reconsidered about installing my new operating system on my new drive, and deciding instead of doing that, I'll just keep it as like a Steam game library drive. But in doing so, I sort of came across some of my own complications. I was using Steam I think it's called Steam Mover. Yeah, Steam Mover, which allows you to move games from one drive to another, but it sort of creates like shortcuts to the original drives, or shortcuts to the files in the original drive, so it doesn't seem like it's really, don't have to change its location. But by doing that multiple times, going from like my C drive to like which is my SSD, my original one, to my hard drive, and then now to my M2, I think it was created some complications. So I have to go through individually, and with each game changes its location. So that's the situation I'm in right now. And I was going over my headphone amplifier a bit more and the settings of trying to get the like 2 separate volume controls, the computer and its one. But I realized when it was happening like that, it resorted back to just the one. But just to make sure, I actually just tested like using OBS, recorded just like a YouTube video. Even when I had it on mute, it was still recording, so that volume is set. And I can change it. And maybe I feel like at some stage I tried that and it didn't, unless I tried it wrong. But yeah, so volume control is actually, it's fine either way, so yeah, that's good. So a nice boost of sound without having to worry about that. So that's basically everything I wanted to achieve for this video. I installed my new hard drive, shifted my graphics card even, set up my external sound card. Yeah, I think everything's in place. But just before we finish this video, something which you would see later on in the Broken Age series is I actually got some microphone sound, or like, I'm not sure with these condensers. I'll just show you. Here, I got, it was like on eBay, like 10 for like a pack of 10 for like $2 or something like that. So I've actually put three layers just to hopefully make it a bit better, like the pops and whatnot. So the main reason why I sort of want to bring that up is just to give you an idea of how my videos are uploaded in what order, because it's not exactly chronologically. It's sort of all over the place, especially because I record my gameplays fully before I start to upload them, and because I don't get to record them like too close to each other often, I need to find the right time. So yeah, it ends up being much longer than anticipated. So then when I do upload, it's sort of cramming a few months into like just as many episodes there are, because I do one a day. And on that note, this is where I'll leave the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned until whatever the video is next, probably my Rocky trip, but also stay tuned even further down the track, my scrap gaming PC. Although it's not going to really be serious, it's just going to be to be able to see what I can do with some scrap parts and maybe just have a gameplay out of it. But thinking about it now, that at this rate almost might be for a 5,000 view video, but once I started, I could see sort of what progress I'm making. Anyway, until next time, Naive Gamer, signing out.